Hey guys, what's up? This is Daniel Miller with Upward Realty, and today we're going to talk about how to win in a multiple offer situation. Okay, so how to win in a multiple offer situation. A lot of times we get into these circumstances where you found the home of your dreams, you've been looking for a while, and then you make an offer, and then you find out that there are more offers than just yours on the table. And it's sort of like a bummer to hear that news because it's not the ideal situation, but it is happening a lot more frequently, and so I want to address it. There's a couple things that you want to know. Number one, when you approach it, you want your agent to be able to be experienced enough to try and get some sort of information from the listing agent. Now, the listing agent is not going to tell them what the other offer is, and that's why this kind of feels like you're playing poker a bit, because you don't know what other offers on the table and you don't want to overpay. And so obviously coming into this, your agent's going to make recommendations to you on what a good market offer is. But I think there's a little bit more to it than that. Sometimes you can get information from the other agent on like, okay, are we talking about like, are the other offers like over asking? Are we talking about like, are they kind of talking code? Like, are these strong offers? You're asking questions to try and just get a feel for what's actually what you're up against, and you won't get a great feel, but at least you'll kind of get like a ballpark feel of like, is this strong? Are we up against cash offers or whatnot? The second thing you want to do, and this is probably the most important thing coming into a multiple offer situation, you want to come up with a number that you're okay with walking away from this house if you don't get it at this number. And whatever number that is, you want to be like, hey, we gave it our best. We gave a really strong offer. And if you get it, great. And if you don't, that's all right. You just got to keep looking and move on. And I know that that's hard news. That's not easy news because you get emotionally involved in the situation. But it's a real slippery slope if you get into a situation where like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this property. You're in danger of overpaying. You're in danger of having no leverage. And just approaching the situation where you're not really going to feel great about it maybe years later looking back. So I think you just want to come up with a number that you feel a peace about. You're like, hey, we feel great about this number, and if we get it, awesome. And if we don't, then that's okay. And it's basically the number that you're like, we'll walk away with our heads held high. We're a little bit sad, but we still feel good that we gave it our best. And I think that's really the way to win. I've seen multiple situations where it just didn't make sense. People came in. We knew that we were probably going to lose because it wasn't like the most amazing offers. But, you know, they gave it their best. And sometimes you can win on terms and not on price. So sometimes you can actually win an offer because you're willing to close sooner, or you know, people are attached to your story and why you want to get the house. You know, if you're up against an investor and this is a family that owns a house, and the investor's just going to rent it out, and you guys are like, hey, we can see ourselves living here, and you write a personal letter, then I think that those are situations where I've seen people actually win, even when their offer was not the most money. So come up with a number you feel peace about, you feel like you can walk away from if you don't get it, and just be okay with giving it your best. All right, so that's my recommendations on how to win in a multiple offer situation. Hopefully this helps you guys out, and hope you have a great week. All right, bye.